They come, they stay, they leave, and then many of them come back. This is not a rumor. This is what a lot of Americans say after they spend time in Malaysia. I will tell you why, in simple English, and I will focus on practical reasons you asked for: money, safety, health, transport, infrastructure, jobs, and the real-life facts that make people return. I will speak plainly and calmly, and I will also bring the emotional thread that makes these practical facts feel real. Listen like a story, but know this is about real daily life. First, money. For many Americans, the price of living in the United States is high. Rent, health, food, school, everything adds up. In Malaysia, many everyday costs are lower. A basic apartment, local food, public transport, and simple services can be far cheaper. That difference is not tiny. It changes how someone lives every day. When you save money without losing comfort, life feels easier. You can eat out more, you can travel inside the country, you can pay for better healthcare, and you can save. This is not about living poor, it is about living well without stress. Housing matters. In the US, many people spend huge parts of their income on rent or mortgage. In Malaysia, a comfortable apartment in a good area often costs a fraction of what it costs in many American cities. That allows a single person, a couple, or a family to live in a nicer space for the same money. The quality of new apartments can be very good: modern kitchens, fast internet, security, and nearby shops. For Americans who try living here, the math is simple: lower housing cost equals more choices and less worry. That is a strong pull. Health care is another practical reason. In America, health bills and insurance problems are a heavy worry. In Malaysia, routine doctor visits and many treatments are more affordable. There are modern hospitals and clinics in big cities and even good care in many smaller towns. Dental care, eye care, and common operations are often cheaper. This means an American who needs medical care can find good quality without the risk of huge bills. That feeling of financial protection is calming. It makes people consider staying longer or returning when they go home. Safety is important. Many people say they feel safer in Malaysian cities and towns than in many American cities. You can walk late in many neighborhoods without fear. You see families out late, students returning from cafes, and older people walking in parks. That normal, everyday safety is something many returnees miss. When you live somewhere safe, you sleep better and your stress drops. That matters for quality of life. Transport and infrastructure are surprising to many. Malaysia has modern highways, clean airports, efficient expressways, light rail systems in big cities, and good intercity buses. Trains link cities and towns. Airports are clean and easy to use. For Americans used to long drives or expensive flights, the convenience of Malaysian transport is a nice change. You can ride a fast train, take a short domestic flight, or hop on a bus to a beach town, and the trip feels simple. When daily travel is easy, life flows better. Internet and digital tools matter too. You can find cheap and fast internet packages. Many cafes, hotels, and public places have free Wi-Fi. E-wallets and QR payments are common. Online food delivery, ride apps, and digital banking are easy to use. For Americans who work online or run a small business, these services make daily life simple and efficient. You can manage money, pay bills, and book travel with a few taps. This modern ease makes Malaysia feel like a place that keeps up with the world. Jobs and business options are a practical pull. For professionals, there are multinational companies, tech offices, startups, and teaching jobs. Remote work is also common. Many Americans come on a short trip, find a job or freelance clients, and return later with work lined up. Malaysia's time zone also helps some remote workers who serve clients in both Asia and the West. Business visas and flexible options have been easier in recent years. When someone can earn money while enjoying a lower cost of living, the choice to return becomes logical. Education and schools are solid reasons for families. There are good international schools and many local schools with strong programs. University options are growing, and some Malaysian universities have partnerships with foreign schools. For American parents who want their kids to learn with a global view and not pay massive fees, Malaysia offers choices. Safe campuses, supportive communities, and lower living costs make this a practical option for families who try a life here. Public services are reliable. Trash collection, street lighting, hospital emergency rooms, and local government offices work well in many areas. For an American who values steady public services, Malaysia's balance of public and private options often feels right. When basic services function, people can plan and live without fear of sudden problems. That steady functioning builds trust and encourages people to come back. Food is practical too. Eating well costs less here. Street food, local restaurants, and small cafes offer tasty food at low prices. This is not only pleasure, it is daily savings. When the cost of good meals is low, food becomes a place to enjoy life instead of a monthly worry. For Americans who love food, the taste and price make Malaysia a place to return to again and again. Taxes and financial planning matter. While tax systems vary and each person's case is different, the lower cost of living often allows an American to keep more savings or enjoy retirement with less monthly need. For retirees or those with some passive income, Malaysia can stretch dollars further. That practical stretching is a key reason many return after trying it once. Lifestyle and work balance are not only emotional, they are also practical. Many Americans who visit see that people here move at a slower pace in good ways. Work does not have to be all day long. Weekends and family time matter. This balance lowers burnout and increases productivity. People who experience a healthier work-life rhythm in Malaysia often want to return to it when they go back home and feel the harder pace again. Housing for retirees is another pull. Many Americans nearing retirement see that their savings go further here. There are retirement programs, good medical facilities, and communities with many services for older people. For practical planning, a place where monthly costs are lower and health care is affordable is attractive. Many retirees choose to come back year after year, or to stay longer each visit. Travel inside the country is easy and practical. From big cities to islands, Malaysia's range of destinations is wide. Short flights and good local roads let people explore without long, hard trips. If you like to see new places every month, Malaysia makes that possible. For an American who loves travel but not high prices, this is a practical reason to return. Government and policy can make a difference. Over recent years, planners have worked on infrastructure, city upgrades, and investment in new industries. These moves create jobs and comfort. When a country builds new roads, new health centers, or modern housing, it changes daily life for the better. People who notice these improvements often return because they see future potential and growing convenience. Real estate and investment attract some Americans too. Property prices can be attractive compared to major American cities. There are programs that invite foreign investment and long-term living. Some Americans buy small apartments or condo units as a second home or to rent out. These practical investments pull them back, either to manage property or to enjoy their second home. Safety for families is a strong factor. Many American parents like the idea of a safe neighborhood where children can play outside, where schools are close, and where daily errands are quick. The ease of life with children, parks, public pools, and friendly neighbors is a practical benefit many families miss when they return to the U.S. The memory of peaceful streets and helpful neighbors is a strong reason to come back. Healthcare quality is more than price. Hospitals in big cities often offer advanced medical care and friendly service. Doctors trained abroad, international clinics, and clear patient service make care practical and reliable. An American with a chronic condition might find that the care here is affordable and responsive. That matters when planning long-term life. Practical good care means fewer worries and better health outcomes. The banking and money systems are practical to use. Online banking, international transfers, and local ATMs work well. Many banks offer services in English. For Americans who need to move money or fund a business, these systems are predictable and safe. Reliable banking reduces headaches and allows people to focus on living or working. Visa and residency options are important. Long-term visa programs, retirement passes, and digital nomad options help Americans stay longer legally and comfortably. When visas are easier to get, planning a second trip or a longer stay becomes a real option. People return because they can make longer plans without constant immigration stress. Public health and cleanliness combine with practicality. Clean public spaces, modern malls, and cared-for parks make everyday life easier. A clean city saves time and reduces illness. For an American who values neatness and good services, these small daily comforts add up to a strong pullback. Travel connections to nearby countries are practical too. From Malaysia you can visit many parts of Asia easily. Short flights to Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, and beyond make a Malaysia base a smart choice for Americans who like to travel for work or pleasure. This connectivity adds practical value to living here. Language and ease of communication are useful. English is widely spoken in many cities, in business, in schools, and in official signs. That makes daily life easier for Americans. When you can speak with neighbors, shopkeepers, doctors, and officials in a language you know, tasks that seem hard in other countries become routine. This ease of communication reduces friction and encourages people to return. Digital nomad life is another practical reason. With good internet, affordable co-working spaces, and a range of comfortable cafes, Malaysia becomes a hub for remote workers. Many Americans who travel for months test this life and then return each year because it fits their work pattern and saves money. The practical ease of working from a pleasant place is a major attraction. Public transport for daily commuters is strong in many parts. Light rail, buses, and trains make it easy to move within large cities. Commuters save on car costs, fuel, and parking. For an American who is tired of high car expenses, the option to use fast public transport is a practical benefit that pulls them back. Safety for women and solo travelers is an important practical note. Many report feeling comfortable moving alone late at night in many places. Public spaces that feel safe and a social culture that respects women add practical value for Americans traveling or living here alone. That sense of safety is not just emotional, it is practical for daily independence. The cost of schooling and private services is often lower. Tutors, sports clubs, and extracurricular activities can be more affordable. For parents who want quality experiences for their children without huge bills, Malaysia offers practical choices and many programs. Business services and outsourcing advantages are practical reasons for entrepreneurs. Lower office costs, available talent, and proximity to Asian markets make Malaysia a business-friendly base. An American entrepreneur can start small, hire local staff, and serve regional customers at lower cost. That makes returning to manage a business a smart decision. Food safety and variety are practical. Fresh markets, affordable groceries, and many food options make daily shopping easy and healthy. You can find fresh fish, vegetables, and local staples at prices lower than in many American cities. Fresh food improves health and lowers grocery bills. That practical benefit supports the decision to live or return. Electricity and utilities are stable in many places. Reliable power and stable water supply allow comfortable living and predictable business operations. This stability is a practical need for remote workers and small businesses. When utilities work well, life and work go smoothly. The legal and consumer services system often helps foreign residents. English-speaking lawyers, relocation agents, and property managers make things easier. Practical help with paperwork, rental agreements, and customer service takes away stress. People return because they can get reliable help without long, confusing processes. Cultural events and festivals bring business and social life together. In practical terms, a calendar with food festivals, music, and craft markets means there are always things to do without expensive tickets. This active social life at low cost is practical for anyone who wants to enjoy life without spending too much. Climate is practical for many Americans. Warm weather year-round means no heating bills, no winter clothes, no snow plowing. For people tired of freezing winters and heavy heating costs, Malaysia offers a practical alternative. Of course, heat and humidity come with their own costs, but for many the trade-off is worth it. Visa-free travel and easy tourism rules also help. Short-term visits and visa-on-arrival options make it simple for Americans to return for months at a time. This ease is practical for people who want to come and go without complex paperwork. Local markets and crafts create side income for many. Some Americans open small shops, teach English, or start food stalls. These side incomes are practical ways to blend living costs with earnings. When you can earn locally while living cheaply, the math favors coming back. Safety of data and business regulations are improving. For tech and digital services, governments work on laws that protect customers and encourage investment. For Americans running online businesses, legal clarity reduces risk and makes returning to manage operations a logical choice. the sense of community is practical too. Expat groups, clubs, and social networks help newcomers solve practical problems: where to find good plumbers, how to register a phone, or where to buy specific foods. These networks reduce the friction of living abroad and make returning easier. Finally, the practical chance to plan for the future is strong. When someone sees affordable living, stable health care, good schools, and business options, they can make a real plan: buy a home, move part-time, retire early, or run a business with regional clients. The ability to plan with predictable costs and services is a major practical reason people return to Malaysia. Now mix the practical reasons with this quiet emotional truth: when your money stretches further, when you sleep safer, when doctors do not ruin your savings, and when daily tasks work easily, your mind relaxes. That relaxed life becomes a habit, and habits pull you back. It is not only about cheap food or a nice beach. It is about the daily comfort that money buys when prices fit your life. It is about the time you get back when commute is short and errands are easy. It is about the peace you feel when public services are reliable. I will give you short real-life ideas to imagine how these practical points change life. Picture a teacher from the US who spends 1 year in Malaysia. She finds a modern apartment, pays much less rent, teaches at an international school, eats at good local stalls, and travels on long weekends. She sends money home, saves more, and pays for private health care with ease. She returns to the US for family reasons, but the memory of lower bills and calm days calls her back. She plans to return for a longer stay. That is a clear, practical path. Think of a software developer who works remotely. He moves to Malaysia for 3 months. He rents a comfortable place, joins a coworking space, and meets other professionals. He pays far less for services, and his income buys him travel and workshops. After he goes home, the stress of higher living costs returns. He knows he can come back to Malaysia and live comfortably on the same salary. This calculation often leads to repeated returns. Imagine a retired couple whose pension pays for a quiet life in Malaysia. They get good medical checks, live in a safe neighborhood, and visit islands on holidays. Their savings last longer, and their health is managed without a constant fear of bills. That stability brings them back year after year. All these stories show how practical facts turn into life choices. Money, health, safety, transport, and services are not just abstract numbers. They are daily acts: paying for a taxi, getting an injection, walking your child to school, fixing an air conditioner, booking a short flight to an island. When these acts become easy and affordable, life changes. And people return to places that make their daily life better.